Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back. Today I'll be continuing to paint my Sylvaneth in preparation for the new edition of Age of Sigmar. Last time I was painting my Kurnoth Hunters, I was painting my Gossamet Archers. I got halfway through airbrushing the wings for my Gossamet Archers. So yeah, I'm just going to be continuing to paint some of those models, also some tree revenants, just kind of whatever's on my workbench at the moment. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out. So today I think I'm going to start with my tree revenants here, and there's a couple things that I have to do on these models, and we'll look at this guy as an example here. I have to highlight up the green branches. I have to highlight the fingers. I have to do the sword, that kind of thing. And also, I'll pull out this guy as an example. I have to paint up the skin a little bit. It looks a lot better and more like a nature spirit. If we brighten, if we highlight up the skin a little bit. So I think actually I'm going to start with the skin. And so the skin is just Wraithbone primer with the Aldari Emerald contrast paint on top of it. And so the way I've been highlighting it is you take some Aldari Emerald, get it onto your palette. Then you take some Gauss Blaster Green. This is a really bright, like light bluish green. And we just mix the two. And so as we get closer to this side, we have more Aldari Emerald, and then we slowly mix in more Gauss Blaster Green. Actually, I'll get some more here. And so here we have our, like, kind of our spectrum of colors, where on these models, the darkest points will be this color, and the rest of the skin is somewhere in this range. And so usually I start around here, and I can use these colors over here to shade. But mostly I'll be highlighting with like this color here and going into the pure Gauss Blaster Green. Hey, G-Wiz, how's it going? Today is very warm. Oof. Yeah, it's quite warm over here as well, but I expect the warm weather where I'm living, so it's not really a surprise for me. 106? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I can imagine it's quite draining. I feel like it'd be exhausting just to, like, open your door. See, when I was saying it was warm here, or where I am, it's like 80s where I am. I didn't realize you meant that warm. Holy. So I actually I took your recommendation, G-Wiz, and I went ahead and I downloaded Fallout London. It's a pretty good game. You did not lead me astray. It's awesome, hard but awesome. Yeah, what difficulty are you playing on? I'm just playing on normal. And I'm not too experienced at playing Fallout, so but yeah, normal is hard enough. For me, at least. At the moment. Yeah, same. I played it quite a bit. I think I'm level 14 or so right now. It gets easier to afford ammo, that's for sure. I really wish it was easier to like craft ammo. But that's okay. It always requires like fertilizer, and I'm like, how do I even get fertilizer? Hey Deadbeat Audio, how's it going? It's going pretty good for me. I'm just painting some spirit skin. We were talking about Fallout London, if you've heard of it. Oh, you're working on some Gene Stealers? So you went on it? You went in on Tyranids then? Hello, Eridisi. How's it going? Alright, so let's see if you can kind of see the difference here. But essentially we're just going for that little extra highlight parts to make it look a little bit more spirity, like, because they're nature spirits. If you do the contrast paint at the right like consistency, it's not a lot of highlighting that you have to do. That sword is really cool. Yeah, I'm this was kind of my test model for the sword, and so I'm gonna be doing this kind of effect on kind of the rest of the models too, as soon as I get around to it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out as well. About to play some BG3. Yeah, that's a great game. You'll have to let me know how far you guys get. See, this guy I already highlighted. I think I'm on to this guy right here. And then I also have to paint up, I also have to highlight up my Gossamet archers. They have a similar theme. Destroy the Gabo camp? Yeah. The Gabo camp was a pretty tough encounter. Yeah, it can be easy to spend a couple hours on character creation. That's actually one thing that I appreciated about Fallout London, is there actually weren't a lot of character like choices that you could make, and so character creation was super fast. I was in and out in like 5 minutes, and I was like, I think that's the fastest I've ever like started a game. Of course, not including games where you don't get any choices, you know. When it's a set protagonist, that makes things a lot simpler as well. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played much Fallout, so I'm not too experienced in the... Is the same kind of character creation? Yeah, which is a little weird because it's Bethesda. That's the company that made the game, and they made Skyrim, which had crazy amounts of character creation. So it's actually a little bit surprising that there's so little in Fallout. Yeah. Yeah, they give you extra abilities and stuff. It's not. I mean, yeah, you kind of get to pick, you know, the armor and stuff that your character wears, but most of the choices you make are in like abilities and such. Kind of classic RPG kind of stuff. Alright. Definitely mixed up too much of the darker colors. I think I got a better hang of using the contrast paint. So I don't need to do as much highlighting here. But it does mean I need more of the brighter colors. But yeah, Deadbeat Audio. I know you're kind of new to the hobby, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Welcome to a very addictive hobby. Yeah. Multitask time. This long flowing hair that these models have was kind of hard to paint around, but man, does it look cool. Like, they really did a lot with this hair. I think it really fits the model. Kind of gives it a lot of, like, it makes the model feel dynamic, which is cool. Something that Games Workshop is getting pretty good at doing, making the models feel like they're alive and like moving. It's pretty cool. Do you try and match that with the base? No, not really. I don't tend to try and match the base in that kind of way. I will sometimes, try and do some things, like if I'm putting in like a rock or like a log or something, I'll try and line it up with, like, in the same direction as the model. That tends to look pretty good from like an artistic standpoint. What's the plan for their bases? I actually don't have many grand plans for their bases. Their bases are kind of small, and so there's not a whole lot you can do with them anyway. But I do have like a jungle aesthetic going on with, or like a forest aesthetic going on with my Sylvaneth, so I'm just gonna try and match that. But yeah, the big draw of these models is the models themselves. So I don't feel the need to do a whole lot with their bases. Again, considering how small the bases are and just like how interesting the models are. Can kind of let the model carry its own weight. Oops. Alright, I've got a couple more of these guys to go. My paint is drying fast, holy. Add some more water to my wet palette. See if that helps. The air is just fairly dry back here. Yeah, I think the air is just dry. Yeah, no problem. I mean, also, like, as you can see, I'm kind of mixing the paint together, kind of drawing it out, so it's quite thin on the palette, and that tends to make the paint dry faster. But you know, I need to make sure I have the right colors that I'm working with, so might just be a little bit inevitable. My paint dries up, that's okay. Maybe I just need to work a bit quicker. Alright, that's the last of my kind of the spirit skin that I have to paint. What do you guys think? Does it give off angry tree spirit vibes? I've tried a couple of colors. You know, the original color is or the color that's in the box art is more blue. It's like this color. So this is slightly more green than the color in the box art, but I think it looks better. The only thing is, you know, I was trying different colors. I was trying like purple and stuff, and sometimes they can lose their like the ethereal appearance. So angry, definitely threatening with the weapons. Yeah, I mean, if you yeah, they're definitely angry for sure. Kind of like the angry old people sitting on the porch, like, get off my lawn, you know, kind of thing. It's kind of how the Sylvaneth are. Except it's more like, stop cutting down my trees. Give them glowing eyes. I think that would give angry vibes. What the same kind of glowing color as that I was using like on their runes and stuff. It's like a light green. Or red. Ooh. I don't know how red would go. It's quite a bit different than the color that they currently are. Sometimes when you do that kind of thing, like especially like a glowing effect, it can it can look weird because you're doing like you're trying to go red over green, and they kind of clash. Maybe purple to match the bark. Yeah, that could work. We'll see. Maybe I'll experiment a little bit. See if I can make them look more angry. I've also been avoiding this guy's banner because it's kind of a pain to paint. It won't actually be that bad. I just have to convince my brain to start painting it. Your sad elderly eyes. I mean, they also like their long, like flowing hair does like get in the way of their faces, so there's truly not a lot of their face that's showing. Alright. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I was gonna start on the banner. I don't know, it's just not the most exciting thing to paint. Like, I have a lot of fun painting the bark, and like the glowy spirit skin is like fun to paint. The glowing runes. There's lots of fun things to paint on this model. And there's just this big old banner that I'm, like meh. It's kind of like the least exciting thing on the model. For me, at least. But I'm gonna paint at least the staff part of the banner and the like this upper part here, and kind of the same way I did this sword, where it's like a dark purple. So I'm starting with a black contrast paint just to kind of get the color down, and then I'll come in with the purple once I have everything base coated. Don't want to do a fancy, like non-metallic metal purple effect and then get green on it, because I'm bad at base coating. Yeah, it's kind of just like after a while you kind of get a feel for, there's a good order of operations to doing things. You can paint things to completion, like one at a time, but kind of requires that you have very good brush control. And like sometimes I just don't care enough to have that good of brush control. So it's just easier to get, you know, base coats down first. You can see I can get like, I'm just kind of getting rough, like almost outlines of color. And kind of, once you have these rough outlines, you can come in, you know, later and kind of clean it up and make it look nice, but it helps to just get colors on the model. It also helps make decisions. Like if you're like, if you're trying to figure out how things are gonna look, just slap paint on the model. Then you'll figure it out. Ooh, 1 second. I have to check my 3D print. Alright. We're good. I started it before the stream and I meant to check it before the stream, but I forgot. What am I printing? So I often use, see, I printed one out already. I don't know where it went though. Apparently I've already lost it. So I often use these corks for holding my minis because I don't want to put them down on the base yet. So it can make them easier to hold and paint this way. But I made this stand that the corks kind of slot into so that it holds them upright, because as you can see, they would not stand upright if it wasn't holding them in. So that's kind of what I'm printing slash doing at the moment. And in particular, I'm about to start painting these bug riders. They're essentially just these guys, but on flying bugs. So I'm about to pin them, and there's no way they would stand up. So it's kind of what these are for. You can stick them on corks and then, you know, slot them in so that they'll stand up. Nothing too exciting, but more just, you know, very helpful. so exciting. I mean, yeah, I'm excited for it because it means I can start painting my my bugs soon. But it's definitely less exciting than like a full plate of resin minis. Sounds like it'll save space for more minis. Yep, that's always the goal. How can I get more minis? Definitely starts with having space for the minis. Yeah, I also don't know if people sell this kind of thing. So, I'm not sure I would be able to buy it if I, even if I looked for it. Like I even like had to design it myself because I don't know that anyone else like has put that thing up or that kind of thing up. I looked for it, but maybe I was just looking in the wrong spot. And it does exist. Either way, it wasn't really much work to make my own, so. Alright, I'm gonna need to let the banner sit for a little bit so I can let some paint dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna come in with some lighter green here. You know, focusing again on these branches. I want to make sure that we introduce this really bright green as our pop color. We're trying to get make our model look interesting, draw people's attention. Put a little bit of, you know, really bright color to draw people's attention. Plus, I like this color, so. What colors need to be replaced most often for you? I mean, I replace, I mean, so base paints need to be replaced kind of the most often. Because you're covering the most like surface area with them. And like between base paints and layer paints, you know, it's the same paint bottle size, even though, you know, you'll be using a lot more of the base paint than the layer paints. And like the brighter you go, the less of the paint you use. So like I'll run out of the darker green first before the, you know, the lighter green. And like this Gauss Blaster green that I was using to highlight the spirit skin, you know, I only use it to highlight spirit skin, which I don't paint that often. So it's like some colors I may never need to replace ever. This one paint pot is more than enough. But like the base green color and the base brown color that I use, those get used a lot. And I've already had to replace them. Yeah, most of the time you can kind of look at it like the brighter the color is, the less you'll have to replace it, because the less of that color you use. You know, generally speaking. Your Space Marines use totally different colors? Not really. You can tell that I like the color green, just based on the armies that I paint. Like, are my Space Marines really different colors? No. They're kind of just green and brown. Oops. Yeah, I'm just kind of just painting the same thing. You thought they were red. Yeah, not red. The dinosaurs were a different color. Yeah, they were a bluish green instead of a green green. Very different. I'm gonna see. The one thing about this putty is that kind of can't set it up in advance because gravity's a thing. Stupid gravity. Messing up my masking putty. You know, maybe I'll use masking tape instead. I have a pretty good masking tape that should shouldn't pull up any paint. Do you put them in the fridge to hold their shape? Oh, I don't know. I've never tried that. Sounds kind of like a crazy idea. But maybe I can put some in the fridge for science. Let's see here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know where my masking tape is. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna have to abandon that idea. Rip the masking tape. Gone forever. Maybe it'll turn up eventually. Spent enough time looking for it that the banner's dry. I can keep working on the banner. What's this? Alright, I also need to get out a little bit of gold because the trees have some golden trinkets hanging off of them. Let's see. They're one of those like pretty minor details that kind of don't fit on the model. It's like, where did the trees get the gold trinkets? People left them at shrines? That's a good theory. I mean, it's definitely better than like they made them. It's like, I highly doubt they made them. They definitely didn't grow them. So, people leaving them at shrines? That's definitely possible. Could be like lost or stolen coins from the dead in the forest. Maybe. But they're very specifically like leaf and beetle shaped. So I like the left at shrines idea better. I don't think these are the shape of something that was lost by somebody. Like, why would somebody have a beetle-shaped coin or trinket that they're carrying around? Oh, some of these guys don't have any. Maybe these are the poor Sylvaneth. They don't have the golden trinkets. Yeah, but like, melt it down. I mean, how are they gonna start the fire? You think they're gonna burn wood? Come on. They're specifically pissed at other people for burning their wood. The fire in their souls. Yeah, maybe. This guy has a whole golden tiara. Crown, probably. To be very, very careful. Make sure I don't ruin all that time I spent on that spirit skin. These guys really don't have any, huh? It's kind of weird. Whatever. Alright, these guys are well on their way to being battle ready, which is exciting. Sometimes I talk about like painting checkpoints. It can be really good to think of painting that way because it can be pretty daunting to fully paint and highlight up a bunch of models. If you're like thinking of doing it all at once. But if you kind of work at it from the point of view that, you know, you're gonna get them to battle ready, that's a lot less work. And then, you know, once they are battle ready and you start playing with them, you can come back later and, you know, put in more work. Like, I don't need to fully highlight all these models right now. I can stop where I'm at, come back later, do some more highlighting later. Especially if you need to get an army on the table. There's certainly no need to paint everything to your highest standard right away. Kind of takes up too much time. You kind of gatekeep yourself from playing. Yeah, the biggest thing left for these guys is their wings. I really need to get those wings finished up. it. Remember these guys that I did last week? Well, I gotta redo some of them because I messed them up. So that's okay, it happens. Just gotta repaint a few areas. Luckily, I don't have to repaint the whole model. Just a few key places. Save me from going insane. gonna let that purple dry for a bit. I think I'll revisit the banner here that I was working on. Now that the wash I put on the banner is dry, I can come in with some green here. Alright, that went about as well as could be expected. Still gonna have to do a few touch-ups from where I got green on the tan, but that's okay. Seems like we got a bot trying to ruin all our fun. This is why we can't have nice things. Thank you. It cooled off to 98. Oh, thank God. I was worried for you. My goodness. Love the Zelda music. Nice. I'm glad. Yeah, I picked kind of picked this playlist because it's a bunch of like lo-fi gaming music that I really like. So I'm glad you like it too. At the start, I was playing like it was like lo-fi Skyrim soundtrack. Alright, let's get some of this, some of these runes filled in real quick. All right, I think I'm gonna end it there for the night. Next time, and by next time I mean tomorrow, I hope to start painting my flying bug riders. These boys right here. I need to get 6 of these guys on the table, so I need to start getting to work. They'll have a similar, like, I'll be doing the wings similar to this. The bugs themselves, I haven't quite decided yet how I'm gonna do them. So, probably be doing these guys tomorrow. I don't have a whole lot left to do on the Gossamids. I think I'm gonna finish their wings off stream. So anyway, I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you guys did too. Like I said, I'm streaming again tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see you then. yeah, see you later, G-Wiz. Bye.